Welcome back to your Foodcast. We're your hosts. I'm Beth Ann.
And I'm Kaylee.
And we're just kidding. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Beth Ann.
And we're so glad you're here.
I kind of changed the key on
No,
that.
for a sec, I thought you
know
went
who-
mute on them. Couldn't hear ya. What?
Who else changed the key on them? Yeah, you wouldn't know because you weren't there this morning because you were visiting Gage Sharinka.
Stop. What were they singing?
I can't even remember because I can't catch the tune because there was no tune to be caught.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Was it the girl that we like or the spunky one?
This one, I can't describe her to you because she won't come top of mind.
Okay.
She was I remember you vibe. Whenever
Blonde?
she popped up. Actually, yes.
I think I do know who you're talking about.
She's really good. Beautiful voice.
Yeah, I know who you're
but
talking
she just switched up the key.
If you didn't follow that, they definitely sang the wrong version of a song at church this morning.
They did.
Yeah.
And Chase was like, hey, during the song. And I was like, I can't right now. She's not saying that.
Wait, why is he saying that to you?
Because I didn't say hey to him when I walked in. Because I walked in a little late.
Oh, what happened? Nespresso or Dunkin'? Be honest.
Oh my gosh. The Nespresso was malfunctioning this morning.
For some reason, it's hard to believe.
No, I almost
literally, Beth Ann, I would be more inclined to believe that an antelope fell out in the middle of the street than the Nespresso messing up. That thing is on point, doesn't miss a beat.
It wasn't.
What?
So I almost sent you a Snapchat video, but I was like, I don't need to grab my phone. I just need to go. So it was red.
So you weren't vlogging your Sunday morning.
I tried to vlog my Sunday morning. It's going to end up turning into a get ready with me for the pood.
Period.
Yeah, we're still making it work with the content.
I know you've been doing that on your Sundays. And
Okay, so have you noticed?
of course.
I want to go.
And I know not that many people have because it hasn't been getting quite the right interaction. Just post through it.
I'm going to. I'm never going to stop posting my content.
And even if it just reaches one person that it needed to reach, it was all worth it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tell me about Nespresso.
I am. It turned red. You know when it blinks red?
Yes. No.
So I was like, oh my gosh, let me unplug and redo. I unplug and redo.
I don't think I've ever seen it blink red.
You never seen the Nespresso sprinkler?
Okay. No.
Wow. So I unplug it, plug it back in.
Huh.
It's making
Was there Woodtra?
There's Woodtra making this insanely loud noise. Like too much. And I was like, are you serious?
Crap.
No, I almost Googled the customer service. I almost didn't go to church. Okay, now I'm thinking listen. I seriously almost texted mom back and was like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm having
9:45.
Yes. She called me at 8:30.
What time did you set your alarm?
Oh, it wasn't that. I was up plenty early.
What time did you set your alarm? I'm just curious.
7. I want to get my steps in.
We were up at the same time.
Yeah. How did you do?
So I set my alarm for 6:03 and I looked outside. It was pitch black. I was like, oh my goodness, that's so dangerous. So I did not go outside.
No.
So then I was like, okay, sunrise is 7:14, period. But then I didn't really have time because I wanted to make protein bagels.
I did see that.
I'll share the recipe soon
So
on
the
my
espresso
IG.
was being so loud. I took the top off and on and off and on and off and on, then tried a whole new pod. It was insane. It finally
Tell me
worked.
you didn't waste one of the Costa Rica pods.
No, I didn't. I didn't waste anything. I had double the espresso. But so we need to double check with it tomorrow or tonight. Whenever we were tomorrow, definitely
tomorrow
not tonight. Oh my gosh,
morning.
it's already way too late to have
Yeah.
caffeine.
I mean, we split in Alani, thank goodness, because that's what happened to me the other noche when I literally did not go to sleep and I was so exhausted. I just had caffeine way too late.
You need a NyQuil.
I learned that the half-life of caffeine is 5 hours. No. 5 hours?
Sometimes with caffeine, it's I either get an immediate buzz, one sip in, or it's 4 hours later and I'm off the walls.
And I'm off the walls and I'm laying down because I think I'm tired. My body's tired, but my mind's not. I lay down, my heart's racing and I can't stop my brain.
I think that's what they call a crash.
Oh, yeah. Well, that happens.
So this morning I sat down at church when I finally got there and my zipper was literally undone. No, I had to say it fast.
Did someone else tell you? Okay.
No,
so everyone in the lobby saw. Okay.
But the beauty, I'm gonna
Surely you were wearing undergarments?
No.
Oh my goodness. No, are you being serious? Okay.
Because I couldn't wear undergarments because you would see the line. And I know there's other options for that, but I just wasn't in the mood. So
in my
I
father's
looked down
house.
and in my father, it's a big, big house with lots and lots of rooms.
And what?
Wait,
a
do
big,
it.
Big table.
Table
with lots and lots of food. A big, big yard where we can play football. Touchdown! A big, big It's my father's house. I'm doing my best not to tap the microphone because when I go back and edit, I'm like, I knew better than to tap. It really just like sounds so much louder.
I don't think you tapped
than it feels. No, I know. I was just like looking crazy over here.
I know if you're watching on YouTube, congrats. But also,
or on Spotify, there's also that feature there.
Was anybody else a leader, like a worship leader, or just Kaylee and I? Because we were
that's a fun conversation topic. Wow.
Do you remember?
We were so fearless, jumping on mini trampolines. Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh, we were so fearless.
The side of the stage.
Oh, that was like way before I ever got a tight chest.
Yeah. We didn't know what anxiety was.
The tight chest was. Yeah, so I noticed the zipper was undone, like on my own. We always bring it back. And no one said anything. I don't think anyone really saw.
Anyone saw.
Because I kind of started to like play with it and like go outside. I kind of just like tested the waters when I got out in the lobby and I like undid it and then I kind of like looked down and was like, what would it look like
from
each angle? Like I was just like playing around.
You probably couldn't tell him.
No, I don't think so.
Was it a good sermon?
It was a gorgeous sermon.
It always is. Carlos,
it was We Tell. And it was about telling about Jesus and how he's the greatest news. And you can't put me on the spot with like, you already know when someone asks like, what was it about? It's like,
let me get
what was it about? But I have my notes. Get Mr. Pooty up there.
Okay, here we go.
Mr. Pooty that's not hypoallergenic. His hairs are like up my nostrils, also in my eyeballs.
Bethann.
I know. I'm not complaining. I was just stating a fact.
Yeah. Regardless, we have allergies this time of year. So
we do.
And all of our dogs carry it on their fur. And I mean, we carry it on our fur. So.
Right. I haven't seen you.
And I know you were insinuating something earlier that was throwing me for a loop. I asked if you finished the movie for our Flicks and Feels pick of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I had hope because you did text me last night. We started around the same time, started the movie, and you said, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't follow up after that.
Mm-mm.
Why?
I should have just given the phone to Tommy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't like the robots?
Oh. There were 4 bones in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I tried treats. Mm-hmm. I tried her food.
I mean, you could have exiled him from the room. It would have like really hurt my feelings. But
I would have never done it.
If he needs to learn a lesson, that's okay.
Well, I tried to watch it without him knowing. Like, I tried to watch it a little bit in the car. I tried to watch it a little bit in the shower. I tried to watch it a little bit, and it was just getting to the point I was like...
You didn't know what was going on at all.
I have a twin sister for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's so that she can speak when I can't.
Okay.
And for so many other reasons. But that's just one of them.
What was your first impression, since that's kind of all you can give us of the move?
Okay, my first impression was, oh, boy.
Okay. If you're new here, we have a segment we call Flicks and Feels, where every week we pick a movie to watch and we discuss it the next week on the Pood. And this past week, we watched The Electric State with Millie Bobby Brown on Netflix. And, you know, I didn't really have any idea what it was going to be about.
No, I didn't either.
But there were robots, and it took me a sec to wrap my brain around it. But I did watch Stranger Things, and she's just so fitting in that, like,
supernatural
elk of content, or like, how would I say that, media. Anyway, it was good. You just have to buy into it. I know we're like realist, and if it's not realistic, we don't want to buy into it. You just have to buy into it.
I started buying into it.
You would have.
Like,
I think if you would have finished it, you would have liked it. It felt more humane toward the end.
The people, like it was still a storyline.
Yes, there were still real human beings. In fact, I found myself championing the robots by the end of the movie. It was so crazy because the human was evil.
I saw that coming.
Mr. Ethan Skater. Wait, was that his name? I took notes. You know I did throughout the entire thing.
Well, give me a lesson.
Okay. Ethan Skate was his name. Oh, and I have an all caps sicko. Great.
Wait, is my Apple Watch chuggy? Like, holy crap, I forgot I had it on.
No, why do you always say that? Someone put it in your head one time that an Apple Watch is chuggy.
Cheney and Maddie. Cheney and Maddie Sibley. No, they weren't talking about me though. They were talking about somebody else. But then she was like, it kind of is. And
no,
I was like, okay,
know what you
but
mean.
But it is that the band, like this band in particular. My
if someone said G-U into my head, define chuggy.
Right. Like, what even is that?
R.I.P. that. Yay.
okay. Also, how do you spell chuggy? Like, if you don't know how to spell the word, like, in no way can you encompass it. So
when I hear chuggy, I envision the chewy box, like for dogs. Why would you take that off, Beth Ann?
I really only
That's like losing your identity. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, I was just gonna take it off because I really only use it to count my steps.
Okay. Well, what if you have a spike in heart rate? We need to check things out in the middle of the show.
That's a great point.
I'm getting an ultra human ring. I'm
getting an ultra human ring.
Even though I don't love for things to be on my fingers.
I think
especially
it's so
with
cute.
like lifting weights. No, I'm gonna acquire a love for it.
Are you doing gold or silver?
I don't know.
I've got to message them.
Yeah, you need to reach out. I don't know what color I'm doing. So let's talk about the electric state.
Okay.
You know, we have a hard time buying into like fake stuff, whatever. But it kind of felt futuristic in a way because it was like, it was pretty far off. I don't think robots are ever going to rule our world, but there be robots out there. Like there's cars.
Well, I mean, there's already
like
robots
Ubers
at restaurants.
You can just get in. Yes, you can just get in and no one's driving.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll ever do that. Never say never, but I just don't think. Holy crap. And then the way that Ryan, do you remember him telling us that him and his mom were in their Tesla and they were stopped at a red light and the Tesla sensed that they were about to get rear-ended and like them into a new lane and saved them from a wreckage. So it's like, yeah, I love that part, but I also don't love the part when we had the hurricanes come through and like you couldn't drive your car unless you had power because you had to charge your car, but then there was no power, no one had power. So it's like, I would personally like never make that choice. I just said never say never. I don't think I would ever have a Tesla. Maybe for like fun, but I don't know when I would get to that point. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
that being said, beginning of the movie, she was sitting in the class and they were putting on those, what were they called? Neurocasters, like the helmets where they went into the, I don't know, like they were robots all of a sudden.
She was a foster child.
Yeah. And her friend was like, put it on or something. And she said, sorry, I have a condition where I only live in reality. And I was like, literally me about that. Literally me about that.
Love that.
It's just so, yeah.
I didn't hear that quote.
Sorry, that I'm like stealing that. It's in, okay, I have
reality.
a feeling that you like watch some of it, but like you didn't absorb it.
Kaylee.
No, and I'm not upset. I'm
not
upset
about me
with
anymore.
you. No, I'm not upset with you. It's just
I don't care if you
I
are.
want to converse.
I put my best foot forward with that movie. I did. I watched 45 whole minutes.
So you saw this.
Tommy! No! Like, it was awful.
Mr. Beauty is resting his bosom right here.
You know what he wasn't doing last night? Resting his bosom.
So did you start when I did, like 9:30?
Yeah.
And then you went to sleep when he wouldn't stop barking?
It was insanity.
And then another thing that was so funny is, so her brother, did you ever get to the part, like, did you ever realize that the robot that came into her room that night and her stepdad or her foster dad came in and was trying to beat it up, that robot was her brother.
Biological.
Because her brother was still alive. He did not die in the car crash. Did you get that far? Did you know they were in a car crash? Okay, I'm like just telling you about a movie that I watched.
I know, and I love it.
Everyone else can vibe with me on this. And I literally knew as soon as he wasn't trying to hurt her, I was like, wait, there's something. There's something. And then he started doing the gestures that it showed her and her brother doing at the beginning of the movie. And I was like, okay.
I know that gave you adrenaline.
But before it was like confirmed that was her brother, before she figured it out, she hopped in the car with him because they were running away from the foster dad. And he got in the car and she said, oh, please don't be a psycho. And it reminded me, once again, kind of just of us and how we're a little bit too trusting sometimes. Mom's not going to like to hear this part, but even with just like Ubers, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. What? My toe was...
I just wanted to cover up the bottom of your foot because it is pollinated. Also, like the socks, like I can see the imprint of every toe and everything. And
okay.
That's just
I wore these socks to Crunch Fitness the other day, which I will not be returning to because I damaged my L4 or whatever's in my spine, like so bad.
On the hip thrust?
No.
I knew you would.
To actually the point of no return.
You have to squeeze your cheeks.
It wasn't that. Beth Ann, I've been hip thrusting with you at the other gym all this time. Nothing's happened. This is so cheap and rinky-dink. I'm not going back.
Horrible.
I think I'm going to Planet Fitness, which probably is a worse probably has a worse reputation than Crunch, but like, I'm also sick of these people. Like, I thought I was doing something getting there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Everyone else was too.
I've never heard of Planet Fitness being like where the grass is greener. Like, hey, crap on this. I'm going to Planet.
No, in fact, I think they actually have like less machines, but I also think they have less people, and I'm there for that.
For a reason. I'll go. Let me know when you get that membership.
Tomorrow. Okay. I'm going tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, I wrote on here that it reminded, whenever the robot got in the car and she said, please don't be a psycho, it reminded me of, we were in the Cayman Islands with Georgina, and we were like,
oh gosh, we went to Mexican food?
When we went to Mexican, and we were like, well, either way, like someone had to drive us home because we had just got from the, like we had to get back to our hotel.
And they don't have Uber.
They didn't have Uber. So our server...
who doubled as the... Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on.
What?
Well, like as the
bartender?
as the bartender.
Yeah, okay. Our server that doubled as
Which
bartender.
I kind of just feel like that kind of just puts you, like you're a grown man, middle of the day, working behind the bar.
Well, he was also like just a U.S. citizen that moved to the Cayman Islands because he just liked life better there.
Oh, you remember it differently than I do.
He was such a vibe.
I'm obsessed.
Wait.
I just forgot.
Oh.
That he was.
No, he was so funny.
He was actually
honestly,
so funny.
if we go back, which I would love to, we need to hit him up. He ended up driving us home because we were like, oh, this is someone like we know him now.
Of course.
He brought us our
We're from the
quesadilla
same
taco.
area.
Yes,
in the
yes.
U.S., yeah.
So, and we were like, oh, this is like better than just a random driver. I don't know. And the whole time we were in the car was like, oh, like mom and dad would not. But I mean, we used our best judgment. Like we were fine. Everything was okay. Did you see the part where so Millie Bobby Brown, what was her name in the movie? Can't remember. And the robot, her brother, they were like venturing off they were like a rest stop or something. And the guy that she went throughout the rest of the movie with was driving the 18-wheeler, and he was like meeting this other guy, and it was a robot. And you saw this other guy laid out on the pavement, like he was just laid out on the pavement, but he had one of the helmet things on, Neurocasters, plugged up to, like, just sitting there like he was charging a Tesla. Like, basically everyone was just mindless because they were living in this other... Anyway, it kind of made me think about how we're just all, like, on our phones and, like, so
disconnected.
Like, yeah. Because at the end of the movie, when she ruined... what was the name of the company? Synergy? Not Synergy. Literally can't remember.
I don't know. Well, it just reminded me of kombucha.
What?
Like this
Oh my gosh, yes, they're so funny, that brand.
Yeah.
Anyway, she shut it down, and then everybody was like walking outside, like, because their Neurocasters turned off, because like,
yeah.
And they're like, back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, there goes
And I just feel like I
gravity.
can't expound more upon this topic because you have
don't have
nothing to give.
You should just ask Tommy about it. He has lots of thoughts, feelings, concerns.
You're redirecting and placing blame
I'm not.
on those less
I put
fortunate
my
and less
best foot
able.
forward. I'm going to have to watch it like at the gym, like on the treadmill,
Okay.
away from Mr. Tootie Pot.
I mean, I have so many notes.
Oh my gosh, share it.
Whatever, I'll put them in La Basuda.
Okay, in La Basura.
Because, like, it's fine. Last thing I'll say is I love the relationship that the guy had with the robot best friend the whole time.
Well, what do you rate it out of 10?
Oh, the girl's name, Millie Bobby Brown in the movie. Her name was Michelle Green. I knew that I would forget that, so I put that in the notes at the very end. Huh. Anyway, what were you going to say?
I thought that to myself as I was watching. I was like, oh my gosh, what is her name? But what do you rate it out of 10?
Oh, my hair is falling. I had it perfectly in a bun, and I thought I needed to change it to the pony, and now
You're being vain.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna fix it.
Okay.
What do I rate it out of 10? Honestly, like 8. Like I liked the
okay.
movie a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good pick. Did I pick that? I think I did.
You did.
Love that.
Did someone suggest it?
No, I don't think so. Someone did suggest. I think it's called Two Purple Hearts. No, Purple Hearts. I don't know where the 2 came from. Purple Hearts on Netflix to watch this week. I think we might cry.
So that's our Flicks and Feels.
So for Flicks and Feels this week, we're going to watch Purple Hearts on Netflix. Well, at least I am. I don't know what Beth Ann's going to choose to do with her time.
I'm going to watch it by myself somewhere. I'm not going to give anyone any opportunity to ruin things for me.
Go to the sauna or something.
I'm going to. How's your caloric deficit going?
Okay. When I sleep in and go to bed early.
Yeah.
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 Because then I'm not hungry.
Of course.
No, it's actually going great. I have been loving, I have it over there, Clear Protein. Just like drinking it.
I've noticed you've been enjoying that.
And I guess it's not really the best to have so much processed protein. I need to focus on whole
how soon
foods.
after do you brush your teeth after the Clear Protein?
So it needs to be immediate.
Okay, I was going to say. I hope it is.
Its taste and it smells so bad.
Yeah.
But
You pop gum in.
of course, I'm on the go.
You are. You need to like pack a TV.
I don't have my Sonicare in my passenger seat. Not
Yeah, but you
normally,
could
it's on the
just get, like,
charger for the night.
No, but you need to get a rinky dinky for the car.
Do you have one?
Yes, of course. And I have my mini Sensodyne in the car.
You're so funny. I need to whiten my teeth, I feel.
Oh, it's because you looked at mine. You think that I need to whiten mine?
No, because they always seem whiter than mine.
Really?
Always.
I think it's just because I have on like a little bit of makeup, so like my face looks
You look
darker.
beautiful. Did you put it on this morning before church or before this?
No, before this.
You're committed. And
yeah,
you're
'cause
hardworking.
You told me that you were going to wear makeup to every pood.
Well, I decided that my skin just has been cleared up from the purge it experienced last week. How do you think it looks?
I mean, it looks gorgeous.
I just did skincare. I just kind of wanted her to breathe.
Yes, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
But
How is your caloric deficit going? Wait, actually, I feel like I
Glad you
didn't expound
asked.
upon expound upon that.
That's
enough.
okay. We don't have to say everything right.
I think I've lost 5 pounds.
I have.
Okay, you too.
Yes.
I was nervy to say because
Okay.
you know it fluctuates.
And you were getting so bogged down with the number. You were like, I haven't lost.
It just took that consistency.
Are you comfortable with sharing your starting and sharing where you're at now?
Of course, but I don't want anyone to compare and think that like if you're the number that I started at, you have to lose weight or something because it's not really about the number for me. I would be fine staying at this weight if I had like a 12-pack. I wouldn't care. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You know-
That's like same thing with like sizing. As long as I like the way I physically look, I'm not really worried about the size.
course.
Also, like we don't really have to share numbers. I guess like losing 5 pounds is enough.
Losing
but I
5
kinda,
pounds is enough.
I have a goal weight.
You
though.
didn't tell me like what you weighed. You just texted me this morning and said I've weighed the least that I have this whole time, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I won't ask. But it felt so weird. Like, why wouldn't you just tell me?
I contemplated. Well,
Is it because you don't want to rub it in because you knew that my number was higher?
No, it's because you were like so upset about not losing any weight that I was like, I don't know.
Because you were losing weight.
Well, because I did apparently.
So I
lose.
messed up this week and I didn't weigh myself every single day.
Well, I didn't weigh when we were in Miami, so there's no point in doing that.
Well,
Hashtag Chili's.
I actually did.
Where'd you weigh yourself at? I never found a
Cat's
scale.
closet. Thanks, Queen.
Cat had a scale.
Love that scale. Yes. And it was like the lowest number I saw like all week. I was like, wait.
That's you needed like
I'm with
a different scale.
I like that scale.
Uh-huh.
You coming home with
No,
me? Yeah. So I feel good.
I do too.
I
also have been
definitely
going-
have held on to things like that we got for Christmas or things that we ordered like in the past couple of months
Mm-hmm.
that have almost fit me. Like I've held on to those things. So I do hope that they fit me soon.
They will.
Okay.
They will.
We're running a 10K in 5 days.
We're running a 10K in 5 days.
And I literally can't wait. You were kind of making me feel insecure about that decision yesterday.
No. Fiona has had like the stomach bug or like something wild. She's had
I know.
insane like diarrhea or so for the past, I don't even know how many days, 4 or 5. And it just like, I was like, well, I can't go out of town if Miss
I know.
Pris, of course, is like so sick and dehydrated. She's napping on the ground right now. But
I mean, I think she's perfect.
no, she is perfect. And like her, well, like, is anything TMI? No. Of
course
my
not.
poop goes. Her poop had some shape to it today. So we're
Oh,
on
period.
fire. Yeah.
Oh, I think we're on the right track.
No, I think we are
So
too.
this is funny.
Okay.
Yesterday, I had this exact outfit on, actually.
From Skullhouse.
From Schoolhouse. So cute today. I mean, I'm
Love
just
it.
so comfy. I feel like I just look so elevated. Mom told me I look like nautical-y. Like nautical. That like boats and like just summery and like so fun.
Okay, obsessed.
I think it's like the stripes and the material. I don't know. But yesterday I was laying in the bed with Mimi and Mom. We were just like stretching and like talking and whatever. And I had my legs up because I was stretching my hamstrings and I had shorts on, but they're long. And Gage was coming around the corner and he was just like going to the bathroom across the hall. Like,
I'm sure Mom
and
like
Mimi
jumped in front of you.
Mimi. She was, I don't know what she thought anyone was going to see. Like my shorts are halfway down my thighs, but whatever. And she's like, oh. And then Mom closed the door and I was like, oh, okay. There's nothing to see here, you know. And Mimi goes, I found out that Paula means modesty and humility. And I was like, Kaylee doesn't.
Because Paula is Mimi's name.
Oh, Paula's Mimi's name.
Okay, that's very fitting for Paula.
No, she laughed. And I mean, of course, I'm a modest queen.
Oh, she probably hated my Instagram story today where I was like in a 2-piece bikini. Like 2 different 2-pieces bikini.
No, that's okay. I didn't see those. You posted yourself in a 2-piece.
Please go look.
I know. It's because like I saw the scale number this morning.
What'd you try
and I was like,
on? I guess I can be in a bikini these days.
Oh, from Vecchi. Okay, so these are 2 of the things that I tried on recently and was super excited to fit in too soon.
No.
Yeah.
Kaylee. Oh my gosh, you're so hard on yourself. I bet.
You look so good. No, these.
Thank you.
I didn't look like that when I tried them on.
It was probably your self-tan had worn out. You know how that goes.
It
if you
might
can't
have
tone
been,
it, you have to tan it. Also, my self-tan wore out.
Bad lighting.
I wouldn't
something.
worry about it.
I'm not going to.
Okay. But so which ones did you end up getting? I got the.
They're gonna look cute. Purple, which will
Okay.
look really good with the multicolored one you got.
Yes.
And then I did like the pastel that had like 3 different colors on there. I did that.
Gorgeous.
It's super cute. It's gonna be super cute.
What did
And
you have to tell me?
Punta
Like when we were sitting in the bathroom, you were like, "Wait, I have to tell you something." In a little bit.
Oh, okay. We have 2 things, just like housekeeping.
Okay.
So our advice segment is called Double or Nothing here on your podcast because we just thought it was like fun and catchy. And really we were like, okay, if we give the same advice, then that's great. But if we have different advice, like if Kaylee has different advice than Beth Ann, then that question goes into jeopardy. And then our viewers vote on it the next week, like who they think gave better advice. And then we like spill on the next ep.
Newsflash, when have we ever had a separate thought?
Newsflash, when have we ever had a separate thought?
Why? I don't know why we ever
I'm like,
even
should
thought.
we change Double or Nothing to Bryce advice?
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. Okay, we're gonna vote this week. Please like participate. I think we can put a poll on YouTube and Spotify. I don't know about Apple Podcasts. We're just gonna have to check on all these things.
We're also going to do it on your podcast Instagram's account.
Yes,
So if you're
to
not
make sure you're
following
following. And let's just see what people think. Like, is Bryce advice just more catchy? Another thing.
How did we not think of it before? Because we just kind of wanted it to be more.
We just wanted it to be like funsy. I don't know.
Yeah. People have been writing in saying, I need some Bryce advice.
Yeah, and I love that.
I do too.
Also, we're only 8 episodes in right now. This one is our 9th airing.
Yeah.
And so it's totally fine to construct, deconstruct, and reconstruct. I'm not scared.
No.
Our other segment, or one of our other segments, we named Twin Tuition because we thought it'd be so fun for you guys to write in questions for us to ask each other.
Are you questioning that one as well?
Well, I'm like, nobody really wants to participate in that. There haven't been as many people like wanting to ask questions for us to ask each other, if that makes sense. Like, Beth Ann, what's Kaylee's favorite? But Kaylee, I don't know. We haven't got as many of those. I'm like, should we do away and replace?
We can do away and replace, but we don't have a replacement just yet.
No, we don't have a replacement just yet. Well, that's what, okay. So I'm like, if nobody wants to participate in that, what do you want to participate in? What other segment, do you guys have any ideas?
Do you guys have any ideas?
So let us know.
We'll
Please
leave
write
room.
into yourpodcast@gmail.com or DM us on our IG. Talk to us. We need some feedback. We want to talk about what you guys want to hear. What y'all want to talk about, I know, is some Bryce advice. And we have an update for one. So we have our... Well, I'm going to tell you. Uh-oh. I think I might need to... I lost it in the email. Let me go find it. Okay, here we are. So we had someone write in, And they talked about how they were a situationship for a while.
He met the daughter.
Nope. They talked a few times off and on since sophomore year in high school, and then again in college. And then he would always just kind of lead her on and twist her words and then like play victim. And then she would, like, he was gaslighting, and she would always feel like she can't say anything. And I think the advice that I gave her was, you feel like you can't say anything and you're being silenced. And like, if you pursue this relationship any longer, 5 years from now, you're literally just going to be completely silenced, and you're going to have no personality or thought of your own. You're going to feel like you can't say anything.
You're going to have to go back to writing and arithmetic. Like, you're going to have to go back and sit in the classroom and learn how to speak words.
Okay. And she followed up.
Okay.
Before, she felt like she really, really missed him, and it's so hard getting over him. And even though he didn't treat her the best and twisted her words and called her self-centered, and that he never, this is the one that he said he never wanted her in his life. And we were like, OMG. She was like, I need advice on how to move on. Update. She said he texted me like a week after and asked me if I wanted to hang out with no apology or anything. So I told him he was very rude to me and didn't even apologize. And he said he wasn't rude and didn't do anything. And then he said, sorry, but that was so fake, and that I didn't want to hang out with him. And he said, I know it was fake, and I just wanted to hang out one more time. So I blocked him, and I'm so over him now.
One more time.
Okay.
Okay, what's one more time going to do? That's what I need to know.
Yeah, he wanted to hang out one more time.
One more time.
I thought you were telling me to repeat it one more time, and I was like, okay, I can see where you might have, maybe I was talking too fast.
No. But like, he just wanted to hang out one more time.
No, one more time.
Like,
she said, I can't believe I ever missed him. Thank y'all so much for the advice. Period. And this is the energy we love, and this is the kind of results we want from Bryce's advice. When, of course,
I am obsessed with one more time.
I know. I just want to hang out one more time.
Around.
Like, okay.
Like,
loser.
Oh,
so,
my gosh. Okay.
Another one.
Mm-hmm. This is a fresh one.
This is a fresh one. And this is a roommate situation. Are we ready?
Yeah.
So I need advice on what to do with my roommate situation for next year. For some context, I'm in the nursing program at my school, and the way it works here is that there are 2 separate campuses for the same university, and they're about 45 minutes apart. A big chunk of my classmates still live in the town with the main campus and drive to classes and clinics every day. But I live in the town where we currently have classes and clinics, so I don't have a long drive. Basically, I have one friend. Let's call her Andy. I'm glad you went ahead and gave me aliases, because coming up with names, I always say the funkiest things.
Of course.
So let's call her Andy. Basically, she's moving to the same town as me for the next semester, and we've been looking at apartments we want to tour for just the 2 of us. But recently, another girl, let's call her Becca, has asked if she can join us because she doesn't know what her living situation is going to be like next semester. I have no problem with Becca, and I wouldn't mind living with her, but Andy said she doesn't think she could live with Becca because she would get so annoyed. The problem is that she wants me to tell Becca that she can't live with us because I was the one that she originally contacted, but I don't know how to tell Andy that I don't really have a problem with Becca, and if it's that big of a deal, she can say something. I just don't know if I should tell Andy to suck it up and just live with Becca, or if I should find a way to say Becca can't live with us because Andy does have good points about living with Becca long term. Becca also has a friend who is moving out of her apartment with all of her roommates that is nice and fairly priced, so I think that it would be perfect because we won't have to go through the whole touring process of random places, but Andy doesn't seem to see that side. I know it seems simple and I should just tell Andy to talk to Becca herself, but she is one of the best friends I've made in school this year, and it's still kind of new, and I don't want to seem mean. You know what? Roommate situations can be very sticky, always, and you never want to start out already rocky because it kind of, no matter what, it's going to get rocky. Like, there's just going to be rocky things. Somebody's not going to throw away their recycling, or they're going to leave their boxes by the front door for weeks on end. Somebody's not going to wash the dishes every single time they cook anything. Someone's never going to vacuum no matter what, even if they're the only one with a dog in the house. Guys, there's going to be something. So for there to already be starting out with a little bit of tension, and then for you to feel like you're in the middle, you're not even going to want to be in your own house because you're going to have Andy and you're going to have Becca. And then, well, poor Becca, she doesn't realize there's tension. Only Andy, I don't know what she doesn't like about Becca and why she thinks she would get annoyed. I would say...
So Becca's the one that's annoying?
Apparently Becca's the one that's a little bit annoying, according to Andy.
Okay.
I'm like, is Andy annoying? I don't know.
Also, who's the other one? Rebecca. Who is it?
So we have our friend
We have our friend
who wrote in.
Who is she?
We're going to call her Ashley.
Oh, I see. Ashley wrote in, and she's talking about Becca and Andy.
Yeah.
Becca's the one that Andy finds annoying.
Yes.
I'm with you, sis. So
Let me make sure her actual name isn't Ashley. Okay, we're good.
Okay. So, do you agree that she's a little annoying? Yay or nay?
She said that she does see some of the points that Andy's making.
Right. And I'm telling you what.
If you've already gone into this pact or like kind of agreement with Andy, like y'all are going to live together, that's what you need to do.
Of course.
And if y'all can kind of see eye to eye on things and obviously have more open conversations, because like she can tell you like nah, about Becca, I think you should just say to Becca,
well,
what?
I think you need to find someone else. And so that then you can tell Becca.
Yeah. That's what I was, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Or can you live in a 2-bedroom? How about that?
How about that? Probably they want rent to be cheaper, which like me too.
Yeah, I get it.
You could just say Andy
the less
had
roommates,
found
the better. I mean, if you guys can just afford to live just the two of you, I would say just the two of you for sure.
Oh yeah.
So that's one option.
We started with 4 roommates and then 3, and then we landed just us 2, and like to God be the glory. But I think that you should just kind of like talk it over with Andy and see if there's anyone else that y'all would consider. So then you can go to Becca and be like, we have this other person that like we've kind of already promised. Now, I don't want to make a liar out of you because like it is true that like Becca asked first, but you might not want to hurt her feelings, you know?
Yeah.
And say that Andy finds her annoying, but this is the thing. It's really not your fault, Ashley. How about you just give it up to Andy and say, if you have a problem with her, since I don't, you just need to like tell her in whatever way you feel comfortable telling her. And don't speak on behalf of me because I don't want to speak on behalf of you. So like, I'm just going to let you.
It's so tricky
if you are seeing
because then Becca's going to know that you and Andy had to talk about things. And then she just feels like everyone's been talking about behind her back. And all she was saying was,
I'll live there too. And like movie nights and popcorn and like extra cheddar and like extra butter.
I know. I love that.
Me too. Well, search for a 2-bedroom.
Search for a 2-bedroom. It's the best. Yeah.
You just need to search for. I mean, you don't want to deal with
There's a
3
bargain
different
out there.
schedules, 3 different breakfasts, 3 different dinners.
Yes, there's not enough room in the fridge for
groceries.
3.
No, and like think about if
Try
like
to do 2.
yeah, like the more people you have over, so and so's visiting. Like, can she?
If
sleep
all
in your
of you
bed?
have a boyfriend
It's too much.
and like just come over and hang out, now there's 6 of you. Oh no,
That's
too many.
Too many. You're overstimulated. Seriously, go find a 2-bedroom.
I think that's the best case.
It is
Because then it's just like, we're going to do a 2-bedroom.
unless you have someone else to choose from, like between Becca and someone else, and like just like choose the other person.
Yeah. So, best of luck.
Teensy turby.
Would love for you to follow up and let us know what you decide, how things go. If you don't take our advice, just tell us, be honest.
Also, Becca can just like come over and hang out whenever.
Yes. Yeah.
Open door policy. Tell her she's always invited.
Right. Okay, this Queen Bee, she says, I'm 23 years old and I think I'm one of, sometimes I forget how to read and my eyes, like I'm like cross-eyed. Let me start over. I'm 23 years old and I think I'm one of the few who doesn't prefer alcohol. My boyfriend also doesn't either, and that's something we both love, is that the other doesn't need alcohol to have fun. I had my party days when turning 21, but I realized very quickly it's not something I like or want to spend any extra money on. My friends, however, still choose bars or party environments for their birthdays, and that's their choice, but how do you differentiate between being there for your friend's celebration while also knowing that I can't afford it and I don't want to be around it? My friends know that as well, but still pick those environments to celebrate things.
It's not your birthday. You don't have to be anywhere you don't want to be. How about you just plan something that you like that would also suit your friend whose birthday it is and say, hey, like, you know, like I don't really go to bars anymore. I know that I'm not going to have fun. Like I don't want to ruin the fun. I don't want to take away, you know, the experience from anyone. So I'm thinking dinner on a rooftop.
Dinner on a rooftop, or you and her can just go to breakfast the next day. Or the day of, or just plan another time to go.
Okay, sorry, dinner on a rooftop. Do breakfast instead. Like, are you like competing with like dinner on a rooftop?
No, were you meaning like everybody go to dinner on a
Oh my
rooftop?
gosh, no.
Just you and the girl.
Yeah, since like you're the one that's not going to make it to the party.
Yeah, and you know, like you're not going to have fun, and you don't want to be in that scene, and you don't want to be up late, and you don't want to ruin your day the next day. Like, don't worry about it. It's totally fine to just that's not your scene, just don't go. Like, if that's how they want to celebrate.
And she's still going to invite you to things. Like, that's the thing. Your friends are still going to invite you because they love you and they want you there, but you don't have to be there.
And so you're probably wondering, what can I say?
Okay.
You can say, okay, let's say Caitlin invited you to her birthday and it's going to be, you know, everyone's going to go to dinner at 9 and they're going to have drinks at dinner and then they're going to go out till 2 a.m. and they're going to order Taco Bell and then they're just all going to be miserable.
Sure, you don't want to go?
And you don't want to.
Makes for some really fun memories. Totally kidding.
And you don't want to be a part of that. You just say, thank you so much. I love you. And I hope you'll have a ton of fun. It's not really my scene anymore to be out or to be up late, but would love to catch breakfast with you some other time. Would love to have dinner with you some other time. Would love to have a shopping day. Maybe take her to get her toes done or something. Just, you can treat her in a different way. Yeah. And you can still be her friend and still celebrate her. You don't have to be there for those things.
But like, take the initiative and really actually do try to plan something so that she just doesn't, because eventually I feel like she would quit inviting you to things like altogether. She's like, well, she's never going to plan anything anyway. She just doesn't want to hang out with
And also, if you find that those friends just aren't really aligning with your values and things you'd like to do in general, maybe you just naturally start to distance, and then you find friends that do like things that you do.
Yeah.
And that comes with time, just throwing that out there. It's totally okay.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're doing anything wrong. That's just what they like. And it's just not what you like. And
there's so many other affordable options too.
Absolutely.
And like, just give her some days
to
do
a workout class together. Mm-hmm. So fun.
So fun. Be in a caloric deficit. Go to bed hungry. Like me. It's crazy.
You don't have to. If you sleep in and then you just like
take NyQuil at 7 p.m.
You don't have to be hungry.
It's a hack.
Let's do one more.
Okay, I have one.
Oh wait, then we're doing two more because I have one more we have to do.
Do it. No.
No, layers on me. Let's take turns. I've spoken too much. Go ahead.
Seriously, Kaylee, it's fine.
Why are you doing this?
Okay. I don't know. I just like didn't know if like
kind of remind me of the times growing up that you would like hit me out of anger, and then Dad would stand us in front of him and say, okay, Kaylee, you can hit her back. And he'd be like, no. He'd be like, just do it. Hit me. Just hit me. I deserve. I'm like, no.
I don't remember
and then I just loved being like, they want me to.
Wait.
But like, I'm the sweet, innocent one here.
What was I doing hitting you?
What were you doing scribbling out all of my lyrics I wrote in all of my songs in my notebook when we were at the beach with Julia and her family? Do you remember that?
No. You remember so many things from our childhood, Kaylee.
Only the traumatic things. I'm just kidding.
Wait, I can't believe I would do that. I wonder what got me so worked up. You're like gurgling into the microphone. I guess it's not gurgling, but you're
I didn't mean
loudly.
to. I just have a few more sips. Let me just get
Okay, get it out of the way. We have something from Princess. Hey, twins. OMG, I love you guys so much. Love you more. I've always wanted to get into podcasts, but as soon as I started to listen to them, I'd get bored and turn them off. Same. But since I followed y'all for so long, it has been a joy of mine to follow and listen to every episode. I'm kicking my feet. Okay, so I have this best friend, and we've been stuck like glue for almost 11 years now. We're both 25 and basically can't go a single day without each other. I'm talking like at least 50 text messages a day, at least 3-hour phone calls or FaceTimes. Y'all are dating. Although, I'm just kidding. Although we have our own lives, we are super codependent on each other and both have developed slight separation anxiety. We live in Birmingham, but travel together all the time, mostly to do random things in ATL. And as soon as we end up, oh gosh, here I go. I can't read out loud. And as soon,
okay. Bethan.
Okay.
Bethan. What's going on?
I just bit mine.
You bit your tongue?
Yeah.
Okay, if you need a snack, Miss Calorie Deficit, go grab a bite. No, your tongue is not very nutrient dense.
It's because I was like so distracted thinking about how many times you think about me scribbling out the words to the songs you're writing in your notebook.
I don't think about it a lot. Once a week.
You're lying.
I'm just kidding.
You just want some attention. Okay. Holy smokes. We live in Birmingham and travel together all the time. Okay, right. And as soon as we end each trip and go to our separate homes, we call each other and still sit on the phone for hours.
Okay, so you're Kaylee and Bethan. Keep going.
Yeah, we always tell each other we're the same person but different font. It may sound silly to some, but makes sense to us. It makes sense to us too. Mm-hmm. One thing we share in common is we both lost our mothers at the age of 12 and 13. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I was never able to express the pain that brought me until I met my best friend, and I appreciate and love her more like a sister. This is where my issue comes into play. My best friend broke up with her boyfriend last year on Valentine's Day. They were together for almost 3 years, but he drastically changed when he moved to Atlanta from Birmingham. He would stop texting and returning calls. When he said he would come visit her, something always popped up on his end, and when she would make plans to go see him, he would wait until last minute to say something came up, and she just would stay home. Oh, and she should just stay home.
Mm.
Well, Valentine's Day of 2024 came, and he never texted or called her. She waited until almost midnight the next day to send a text saying that they were done. He never texted or called her after that. I'm not even surprised. I was her shoulder to cry on for almost an entire year, as a best friend should. I didn't mind being there for her at all. She's like the sister I got to choose and the best blessing I could ever receive. That is so sweet. Well, just the other day, I was feeling emotional and missing my mom. And when I get like that, I like to look at her old Facebook account to read her silly posts and see her in pictures. Although it made me cry more, it still brought me peace. My best friend then proceeded to tell me that I'm not helping my healing process by looking on my mother's old account. That hurt me so bad. Even when we both lost our moms, we don't cope the same, and that is understandable.
Even though we both lost our moms, we don't cope the same, and that is understandable.
Okay, Kaylee, I'm
here to pick you up when you fall. Do you want me to take over? Is this too much?
No.
I mean,
let me swallow.
One of us has a Kindle Unlimited reading subscription. One of us doesn't, but I'm not naming names.
That Jenny B. Jones remembers when I read it in 2nd grade. Anyways, it has been a year since she broke up with her good-for-nothing boyfriend.
I know that's right. Because we really, whatever, we'll debrief. I mean, okay, go back. Sorry.
And she's still watching videos of them and their pictures. I want to let her know that what she said hurt me bad and that she's being a hypocrite because she does the exact same thing. Would I be wrong for addressing her? I don't want this to put any type of strain on our friendship. We've never been in any type of confrontation, but I just made, oh my gosh, I'm almost done.
Holy crap.
Guys.
But I just need a not so harsh way to say that she hurt me.
You have it on your phone too?
I'm reading. I think we have the same email account.
Well, how did you find that? I screenshotted this. Okay.
Bethan, it was an email.
I know,
so
but
I'm on the email.
I know, but I just didn't know that you found this exact same one.
Yeah, I searched Birmingham in the inbox and here she was.
Your IQ. I'm deeply sorry that this is so long. Okay, so she had a typo, not me that time. She said that this is song long. Okay. If you don't have time to get to it, I understand. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just saying things for no reason.
It gets to a point. Everyone's going to have to go back 5 minutes to when they start.
It gets to a point where you just need to quit reading. Bethan. Hugs and love to you beautiful girls. Thank you for all you do. Okay.
Girl.
Love you so much. I followed. Like, for real.
I'm so glad. And I did too, because I was reading along. Thank goodness. Okay. Can we just, it is really crazy that after how many years of dating, this guy just never contacted her, and it was on Valentine's Day. And then she, good for her, she didn't contact him either. And then she just texted him the next day saying we're done, and he never responded.
Right.
So no, she didn't find any closure there, right? So she's had to draw her own conclusions, and she's trying to sift through this on her own.
This is my thing on closure. Closure's fake news.
Okay, that's
what?
Keep going, I guess.
I know, but you're like, she didn't get closure. No. Nobody ever does, because you could go and ask one for closure, and they could just lie straight to your face, and you believe them but that's not really closure. A lie is not closure. Closure is just understanding that something was either a lesson or a blessing, and moving on.
Well, I was just speaking from her POV. I'm sure that's what she feels. She's never had closure. She didn't understand why it ended. So she's just replaying things, and she's torturing herself. This is the difference, and this is why I really think you need to say something. She told you that you were not helping the healing process, going and looking at your mom's Facebook and pictures of her and videos and all this stuff. Okay, your mom is gone. That's what she needs to understand. She's going and looking at pictures and videos of this boyfriend that's still on earth that treated her badly and left her confused. And that's sad. And I'm sure she's heartbroken, but the two do not even compare. And I think you need to say, because I'm sure this is, obviously really weighing on you, say, when you told me that it wasn't helping my healing process by looking at my mom's old account, I just don't think you really understood the weight of those words, because that's my mom, and that's my mom that I'm never going to see again. And I'm literally about to cry. But like, you can look at everything. I would. So this is just how I feel. And you can read everything, and you can sift through that at your own pace and at your own time. You're grieving. And I understand she's sad about this breakup, but it's obviously not someone who valued her or truly loved her or cared about her.
She could also pose a question, like you could also pose a question, like, how do you think it makes me feel when I'm here supporting you? I've been a shoulder for you to cry on for a year with this boy that treated you like crap. And you go back through and you look at these photos and these videos, and I'm very patient with you. And I don't tell you that that's not helping, but you look at me and you tell me that's not helping with my mother who passed away. First of all, I don't really think anyone gets an opinion on how you cope or like grieve.
No.
Like
no. Death and a breakup. Two completely different things.
Two completely different things.
And I think that was crazy for her to say, and I definitely think you should address it.
She might not have even realized like how she might have just like thought she was trying to help by saying like, no, I don't think that's
and
helping.
I mean, she is coming from a place of like, I get she experienced it too, so maybe she doesn't go back and look at things of her mom, but that's her decision, and this is yours.
Yeah. And also you were celebrating your mom. Like you were missing her and you were going back at the things that make you smile. Like she's going back and looking at the things that hurt her. Like she's asking for heartbreak all over again. Like talk about something not helping.
So that's not a good idea.
That's not helping. Right. To go back and look at things that make you sad and that like make your heart break and put a pit in your stomach and leave you questioning and wondering. And like you're going back through and you're looking at this beautiful life your mom lived and the funny things that she said and posted and how beautiful she was. And it makes you happy. And it might not be. No, that's it. That's all I have to say.
I feel really good about all of that.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Please let us know if you say something to her.
Yeah.
I think you should.
But I love y'all and y'all's friendship, and I think it's really special and definitely doesn't need to end over something like this.
Y'all can, I'm sure y'all have really open and honest conversations about every single thing else in your life, and I just think you should bring this up.
And so to answer your question, would you be wrong for addressing her? Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
And we love you so much.
We do.
Last one for our double or nothing advice segment / Bryce advice. We don't know. This week it's one thing. Next week it could be another.
It's leaning towards Bryce advice.
So she starts out this email with such flattery. We love you too, Queen. She's been following since the beginning. That literally means more than you know. But she went through college at the same time as us. Love that.
Oh my gosh,
so now,
how'd you do?
She said, probably better than us. She said, I'm in my first year of teaching. Okay, better than us. I'm in my first year of teaching high school right now. And from day one, there was one coworker, a guy, who always was friendly to me. I found as the year has gone on, he has become more and more comfortable around me because I'm nice to him. The first weird thing happened when he told me that his mom wanted him to date someone like her and that I remind him of his mom. He has asked me to get knots out of his back. Go back. He has asked me to get knots out of his back for him and even asked me to go to a hockey game with him, even though he knows I have a long-term boyfriend. I don't want to be mean to him because that's just not who I am, but he comes into my room every morning to bother me, and I'm just not sure what to do. Thank you in advance for your advice.
Did you get the knots out of his back?
No, like, did you?
Because, like, you kind of didn't tell us at the beginning you had a boyfriend. Like, you waited. Because I didn't know you had a boyfriend. And then you were like,
even though I have a long-term massage the knots with your hands? Like, carpal tunnel in your thumb? Or him lay on the ground, you step on his back. Because, like, whatever. But massage with your hands is something totally different. So, he's weird. Okay.
Well.
He was never, He was never chosen.
That's true.
And like in high school, he was probably just a little left out.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's a wonderful person, but
he does think this is his opportunity. He's entered a field that is mainly female.
Yep.
It is mainly female. And he's like, yeah.
And he has dominion over.
Dominion.
Okay. like authority over kids, which sure he likes being a figure like authority because he was never really
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, this to me could be like a retired MLBer, and you're just like, he was never chosen.
I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Like, if you were any other respectable man, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, can you get that? Can you get that?"
Okay, yeah, let's go back to like how that even goes about. Like, he's
go
thinking to
see a
himself,
masseuse, John.
He's so John, yeah.
You're like Jake.
So John. No more. Not you naming our cousins, Jake and John. I can't. So okay, but like, can you get these knots out of my back?
Cracking up.
I mean,
Yeah, and like inviting you to a hockey game. This is the thing.
he likes you.
Of course,
He's shooting a shot.
And it's so funny because I've like someone has told me that before. Like, like my mom's always wanted me, just something like that. My mom has always wanted me to be with someone like her, and you're so much like my mom. And it's funny because I'm not even talking about Gage Cervenka because you know what he said.
What did
The first time we hung out? Well, it wasn't the first time, but we were in Athens, remember, at Grace and Wilbur's.
Yeah.
His mom was working in Athens. And I was like, oh my gosh, let's go see her. And he's like, oh, I don't, we'd only known each other a couple of days. And I knew we'd know each other forever, but I don't know if he was there yet. And it was so funny because I was like, do I remind you of your mom?
Yeah.
Because like, do I? No, like my mom's a BA. Like a bad, excuse my French, ass.
Yeah.
My mom's bad.
Okay, that probably felt
My
good.
mom's bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so
He thinks you're sweet.
what does that make me?
He thinks you're sweet.
He thinks I'm sweet. And he thought his mom, and his mom is like total business. Oh my gosh, Dottie, I know you're listening. She really is.
No, she is
a
total
BA. And well, now it's like, I know her and she's one of my best friends.
Yeah, I feel like.
What do you mean I'm nothing like your mom?
Also, he didn't like hardly know you then, and you were putting on such a show. Now you've let that hair down, and you've been like so BA ever since, right? Kaylee?
Well, is that what you observed?
I do sometimes sense dominion.
From me being like, wear the pants of the relationship.
Not like wearing the pants, but like you. Now that y'all are more comfortable with each other, like you'll just like say things.
Yeah,
like you'll say things kind of like that you would like say to me. Well, not really.
Well, but that's so funny because if we're ever in a little tiff, you'll say, you would never say that to Gage.
You say the same type of things to me. You're like, you would never say this to anyone else. So, oh my gosh, he totally likes you, but this is the thing.
Oh my gosh, we're giving advice. Completely lost track.
No, yeah.
Totally likes you, but he's just gonna have to get over it. And I think,
yeah, because clearly you're not into it, right? But did you give him the back massage? Like, I'm just wondering.
You're not being mean to him by just kind of not really reciprocating energy. Like when he walks in your room in the morning, like morning, and he can just. You kind of need to let sentences fall into the abyss. You just don't need to respond to everything he says. I think that's a great
and like,
place.
does he know you have a boyfriend? Because you could just have your boyfriend.
He knows.
Oh, he knows.
Mm-hmm. Your boyfriend should come bring you lunch one day.
I was gonna say your boyfriend should come bring you lunch
to the teacher's lounge.
Yeah. I was gonna say
and
that.
it should be Ruth's Chris.
Oh, snap.
Because John can never.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm
or
just kidding.
Jake.
That is so funny. Yeah, he should definitely come visit you. And you just have to kind of distance.
This is the thing. Your school will have a new hire. Then he'll move on.
Yeah.
They always move on to the new hire. Yeah.
There's so many title options for today.
It's also just kind of
I'm like,
fun.
should it be wait for the new hire?
Like, don't.
Or should it be a line from the movie that you didn't watch?
What? If you get off track one more time, like you're worried about the title of the app. And the app isn't even over. Like,
I have so much fun titling.
No, I know, but like we'll just like think about it in a sec.
I do feel a little bit silenced and like shut down right now.
Oh my gosh, Kaylee. You're so dramatic. What was her question of advice? How she should go about it?
Oh yeah, like she doesn't want to be mean.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want to be mean to him because that's just not who I am. But he comes into my room every morning to bother me and I'm not sure what to do. So this is what you do.
Lock your door.
Wait, can we role play for a sec?
Lock your door. Oh my gosh, it's your room. Lock your door.
Wait, you should start locking your door in the morning until it's ready for the kids to come in.
And like you'll probably see them like out of your peripheral, but like stay down and like
stay down on your laptop.
Right,
You're not
like,
being
tight.
mean.
You're
You're
being
protecting your peace, your space. You're in a relationship.
Boundaries.
You need to respect that.
Yeah.
You can see him in the hallway. Hey, John, what's for lunch? Oh, my boyfriend's bringing me Roost Chris.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Can we? Oh, I was gonna say, can we role play, like pretend that he comes in the room or like says something? So I'm gonna be her and you be him.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. So I'm the freak.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, her name is Jessie.
We'll say her name's Jessie.
Yeah. Hey, Jessie. Had a weekend with the boys on the lake. Okay. Got a couple knots in my back from that water skiing. You ever done water skiing? We're thinking about having another lake weekend. The boys, they were gonna get a group of friends up there. Couple weeks.
Hey, John, that's so awesome. You guys had a great weekend. Yeah, my boyfriend and I are going this weekend to his parents' house, and my favorite thing is riding the jet ski. I really like when he drives and I can just latch on to him because he makes me feel so safe.
And then I can rub his knots out while he's in front of me.
And then I like to rub his knots out.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, what would this freak even say, Kaylee?
No, it's just, that? Are you catching the drift,
He's
Jessie?
going to say, oh, okay. Like, oh, okay, I get that. I hear you. How was your weekend? He's not going to let up. We know that.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. Me and my boyfriend played pickleball, and then we watched Love is Blind, and we kind of just like laid up on the couch. I rubbed the knots out of his back.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
Try that one, Jessie. Have you ever tried this one before? Have you ever tried this one before?
Bethany, you're so funny.
Of course.
I just got a glimpse of something I never got before.
I looked like someone.
No. You did drama in high school, and you did like improv.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the drama, and I wasn't in that class with you. And the drama teacher asked, what'd she ask you?
How long I'd been doing it for and what my future plans were in acting.
Did you say, well, my future plans are to become a world-renowned podcast host with my twin sister,
entrepreneur,
an internet sensation, is that what you
influencer,
said?
content creation. So I was going on this long list. I wasn't anywhere near done. I think at the time I was just like, oh no, I've got any ideas, But like I did do this really good monologue during COVID, and I filmed myself and turned it in. I've honestly never had so much fun. So no twin tuition?
Well, no.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just do away with that.
Okay. There was someone in there. They weren't so much like questions. They were just kind of, well, someone asked if we've ever taken a test for each other.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm hungry, so.
I'm hungry. Bladder's full.
Time to go.
We got to move this space around. We got to.
So excited to get new furniture.
Yeah.
Literally can't wait.
Mm-hmm. The more I started thinking about what we're getting, and then also the more I like take a look around, I'm like, where's it going? But figure it out, right?
No, it's so funny because we'll just see. I'm like thinking we might be podcasting from the couch.
I think we will.
Really?
Well,
we'll pray about it. These chairs could be, you think? Well, we'll see. Yeah. But literally, whatever. We'll figure it out. And
I'm not worried about it.
No. I'm not worried about
No.
It's gonna be so refreshing, and it's gonna feel so good, and I'm excited to get all this stuff moved out and the new stuff moved in. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Let's take it to the Lord.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this dia with my twin sister, and thank you so much for waking us up this morning. Thank you for the wonderful messages we heard at church. Thank you, God, for every listener and every viewer who interacts with us and writes in. I pray, God, for the ones struggling with what right decisions to make, God, that you would give them discernment. I pray for a great week. I pray for our safety and our health. I pray that you would just cover Miss Fiona in your healing arms, God, that she would feel better and be totally back to normal. Lord, we love you so much. Thank you for all that you've blessed us with. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
We love ya, and Jesus saves ya. Bye.